What's going on, traders? Welcome to another trade breakdown video. In this one, I'm gonna break down three of my trades, one on the YM and two trades on CL and ES post NFP. So starting with the YM long, we are on the daily time frame. Monday created the low of the week after taking this relevant low to the left side. So we are in a bearish order flow. We can expect some sort of retracement into the range, which is that external to internal range liquidity. We have a fair value gap. We can expect some sort of move to the upside. So keeping that idea in mind, the Monday created the low of the week. Tuesday was a consolidation day, and Wednesday can expand up to some extent. Also, if we measure the 50% of the previous candle's ranges, so it is respecting the Monday's range, and now it is sort of creating that bullish move. The next confluence for longing is the SMT divergence at the previous day low. So the YM is creating that bullish SMT divergence while the RTY is taking the previous day low and closing inside the range. So that is another confluence. With that, I would drop down to the 4-hour chart. Now on the 4-hour chart, you can see this is the 50% of the Monday's range. We have taken this low on the RTY, and on the YM we are creating that bullish SMT divergence. And using the 4-hour profiles, the 6 a.m. is a reversal candle, so we can expect 10 a.m. to be an open low high close or a bullish expansion candle. And also we have a clear draw on liquidity equal highs. Now from here I would drop down to the 1-hour time frame to trade inside that candle. So by the time I drop to the 1-hour chart at the 9 a.m. there wasn't any relevant swing point. We are taking the previous candle low on the YM and we are creating SMT divergence, but the lower time frame structure wasn't clear. So what I did was I used another time frame alignment, which is the 2-hour to 10-minute time frame alignment. See that inside a single 4-hour candles there are two 2-hour candles. This is a 6 a.m. open. The first 2 hour of the candle is creating that opposing run. The last 2 hour of the candle is creating the second candle at the swing point, that reversal candle. Now we can expect the next candle opening, which is the 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. to be an open low high close or bullish expansion candle. Now we can drop down to the 10-minute chart. So here on the 10-minute chart, you can see the price section is a bit messy. We don't have that V-shaped recovery. We had a consolidation. We have a SMT divergence at this swing point right here. So what I did was I didn't use this candle as a 60 because I want more confirmation. So I waited for this whole series to be closed over. Now the price is closed over the consecutive series of down close candles. Now I cannot enter here because the stop loss will be too wide. I cannot put my stop loss here. I waited for the continuation order block to trade the 10 m expansion candle. Next candle close above the down close candle into the fair value gap and the order block. I enter somewhat right here and the next candle my stop loss below the 50% of this order block, because on the 10-minute time frame you won't see any fluctuations. So I put my stop loss here and targeted the range high, and the price expanded at the 10 m open to the range high and our target is reached. Now here with the second trade example which I took on the CL crude oil. So here we are on the daily chart. The Wednesday created the high of the week, which is a midweek reversal profile, and the order flow is shifting bearish. How could we know? If you have watched my order flow, listen first. We are disrespecting this fair value gap, closing over this. So this is our first indication of the bearish order flow. Secondly, we are closing below the up close candle. Now I can expect is a continuation to the downside because we have many failure swings and objectives right here. To the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour chart didn't give me any narrative because there wasn't any protected high to trade away from or the candle reversal. So in this case, I use the 1-hour chart, and here on the 1-hour time frame, you can see the structure is more clear compared to the 4-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, you can see we have consecutive series of up close candles and closure below this. So this is our confluence, a change in the state of delivery. And now we can assume that that high is a protected high and we can trade away from that. And we had some sell side objectives on the daily chart. So I waited for a swing point formation to get on side with the distribution downward. Now at this specific candle, which is at 8 a.m. post NFP release, we have SMT divergence at this swing point. The RB is stepping into that fair value gap, which is showing that strength, and the CL, the crude oil, is showing weakness. So I chose the CL. This was my confluence, but I cannot trade the 8 a.m. candle because the NFP release was within this candle. So dropping down to the 5-minute time frame from there, 5-minute time frame, we need the reversal signature within this reversal candle, which is creating the SMT divergence. We have consecutive series of closed candles into the SMT divergence, followed by a closure below. That is our change in the state of delivery. Now we need a continuation order block within the 9M candle to get inside with the distribution. So here we have that continuation order block, up close candles into the change in the state of delivery and taking the short-term high and closing over this. This is our continuation order block. I enter it the limit order. My stop loss above this high and I targeted the range low. And the price expanded to the downside, completing our objective. This is the ES trade breakdown. Clearly, we are in a bearish oracle up close candles, followed by closure below, and we tapped into this fair value gap retracement into another expansion. And Wednesday created the high of the day, that midweek reversal profile. And we can expect the Friday as a continuation. And we have some objectives, some failure swings right here on the left side. Keeping that idea in mind, I dropped down to the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart, same as the seal. The 4-hour didn't provided me any narrative, but here is an SMT divergence at the 2M high, which is telling us that the 2M high is a protected high. We have SMT divergence. The ES is taking the 2M high while the NQ is creating that SMT divergence. So this is a confluence for the 6M and 10M candle to expand to the downside. Now here on the 1-hour chart, the price action wasn't clear because the 9M candle created a large wick to the downside and the wick to the upside, which is a sign of consolidation and indecisive price action. I used the 30-minute time frame alignment, dropping down to the 30-minute. So here on the 30-minute chart, you can see that the 9M candle was a reversal candle, and we can expect the 930, the driver, and the 10M to continue to the downside. And there is another reason for choosing the ES. As you can see, the NQ is having a deep run on this high compared to the ES. The ES is having that small wick, so this is the sign of the expansion downwards. So here we have that reversal candle. Now I will drop down to the 3-minute chart. Now here I waited for the 930 release on the 3-minute chart because oftentimes it is manipulating the highest high and then creating another protective swing. So I waited for the 930 to release. On the 930 release, the NQ had some deeper runs into the range while the ES was a bit neutral. I waited for the closure below. So this wasn't my entry because I wasn't confident. I need more confirmation. So here on the 957, we had an up close candle taking the short-term high. As you can see, I chose the ES because it was respecting the order block. It is creating the high lower in the range while the NQ is having some deeper runs. So I waited for a closure below this up close candle. This is sort of a breaker and a continuation order block. So I wait for the closure below this. Now we have closed below this candle on the 10 AM open, which is a high probability sign. So what I did was I enter on the retest, put my stop loss above here, and I targeted the current day low, which was about 3.5R. And the price expanded to the downside, completing our objective. Hope you guys have learned something from this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. And if you want more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. And on the Sunday, there will be a video about the top-down analysis. Make sure to watch that too.